And the current Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein submitting his resignation today, which will be effective May 11th. Rosenstein, ending a turbulent 2-year term, wrote to President Trump saying, quote, "I am grateful to you for the opportunity to serve, for the courtesy and humor you often display in our personal conversations, and for the goals you set in your inaugural address: patriotism, unity, safety, education, and prosperity." Joining me now, Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton. Tom, good to see you. You know, it went both ways, this wonderful, effusive language. Attorney General Barr gave him a big thank you letter, a big hug. But you think of everything he did with the Mueller investigation, you wonder whether he deserved it all.
Yeah, I didn't see anything in the letter about discussions about using the 25th Amendment to illicitly remove him or trying to wear a wire in the Oval Office. The discussions there to try to entrap him. And then, as you know, as we discussed, appointing in the same breath that special counsel to harass him for 2 years and allowing all those abuses to take place, targeting Trump and people around him, while at the same time protecting the Clinton-Obama people who are behind the illicit targeting that began in 2016, and certainly protecting Hillary Clinton silence from DOJ on her emails, despite pleas for someone to do something in light of the sham investigation that was proven by the sham investigation of Mueller and Miss Attorney General Lynch.
He was standing over the shoulders of Mueller all the time. I mean, didn't he sign off on those FISA warrants, which used such extraordinary information, such as came from the Trump dossier, stuff that was totally unverifiable, that now has been proven by the Mueller report itself to be not true, but that was used, and he signed off on it being used for those FISA, those spying warrants.
That's right. He signed off on the final warrant application that we know about, the renewal in the middle of 2017 after Mueller was appointed, so obviously that was benefiting Mueller's operation as well. I think Sally Yates, who you talked about, signed off on one of them when she was Deputy Attorney General. Remember, Sally Yates was the Rod Rosenstein of the Obama Justice Department. So, you know, Rod Rosenstein was never questioned on any of this in any substantial way. He resisted oversight from Congress. He thought, like many Justice Department deep staters, that the Justice Department was unanswerable to much anyone. The Congress, certainly not the President, and certainly not the American people. The DOJ, a stone wall fell down around the DOJ, even worse than under Obama when Rod Rosenstein came to town.
Well, now you have a lot of reports focusing, hopefully like a laser beam, on some of those problems that you just outlined. You've got the John Huber report that's coming in. I guess that's going to focus on FISA, which we were just talking about. You got the Inspector General, Mr. Horowitz, is coming out with his report, and you have the Attorney General with his own investigation. So, of course, Rosenstein was around for Mueller. He won't be around for these. Do you think he might be implicated in any of these?
Well, certainly I do want to know about this coup effort, and Attorney General Barr needs to focus on the role of Mr. Rosenstein in the approval of Mr. Mueller's special counsel operation, despite not only Rosenstein's conflicts, but Mueller's conflicts of interest. And then he was talking about with Andrew McCabe, who was fired for misconduct, wearing a wire on the President of the United States in an Oval Office. Now, there's a dispute as to whether he was, quote, joking or not. But again, why isn't Congress questioning Mr. Rosenstein? And, you know, I just hope it is a new day at the Justice Department, that the veil will be lifted and these documents, as the President seemingly has promised, will begin to be released and declassified. Certainly on these FISA warrant applications, portions of which are still classified, and many believe that the portions that are still hidden show more deep state corruption targeting and abusing President Trump.
Tom, very quickly, I want to make a pivot to Attorney General Barr and the request so far to have him appear in front of Jerry Nadler's committee. Do you think he'll be a no-show?
I think he will show up because the Democrats will back down from having their lawyers question him. It's pretty clear they're afraid of him. Otherwise, they wouldn't have to rely on counsel to ask the Attorney General. Look, Attorney General Barr blew the Mueller report out of the water in terms of its, I think, what it was designed to do, which was to smear Trump. He saw right through that and said, nope, no collusion. oh, you want to play games on obstruction? I'll tell you the story on obstruction. The facts and the evidence and the law don't justify any obstruction charges here. And then, of course, he blew the lid off of the Spygate scandal by acknowledging spying took place targeting President Trump's campaign. So no wonder the Democrats don't want to question him directly. They want to use lawyers. I'm not afraid of lawyers questioning witnesses, as some seem to suggest. But it's I think very interesting that after years of questioning, why do they let the members question the witnesses? Why don't they just have competent lawyers do it? The Democrats decided to do it for the first time with Attorney General Barr.
They are, I think you put your finger on it, though. They're afraid of him. I mean, the guy knows his way around Washington bureaucrats and Washington politicians like nobody else. Tom, great to see you. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it.